Hi everyone. So today's topic is around should we be not be interested in doing the regular job or routine things uh, and which earns you money and livelihood, or should we just spend more time into pondering and what is the right combination and how should it be? Because there is also very important time. It's just not enough to just take a hour's break or something. Sometime you might have to take a total break for a while so that you can tune to yourself and recalibrate everything else back into the life. So to help you understand that concept better, I'd like to share you with a story which I had myself help me ponder on. That is there was a time when I was doing my walk. I did a long walk from Darwin to Canberra, solo walk. So in that one of the rest areas, I was getting ready for the day. It was quite early morning, 6:37. It was quite chilly as well. I remember it was kind of a like a hilly type of a rest area with some ground cleared off. So one of the truck guy who was standing on a small cliff uh, and seeing me walking out of the rest area asked me, uh, "How are you, mate? Where are you going?" Then I said, "I'm walking to Canberra." And then I started to smile. And then he said, "Mate, why are you wasting your life?" Um, so it was a time when I had already been more than half the way in the journey, and I'm getting a lot of clarity, understanding for myself. Because when you're walking, you have very deep thoughts. You can think further on an idea for a couple of days. And because in other workspaces, you get interrupted very often, so it's only like the things which is becomes very urgent and appears to be urgent is the most attended to, not the important things and long lasting things. So so that just pondered, like I just felt like, wow. So why did he then? I just kept walking after that. I said, okay, mate. And then I first got angry. Yeah, like as if it's undermining my effort and all that I'd done so far. So it just felt like, uh, why did he have to say that? And then I started to feel, oh no, I started to justify myself. No, 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 I have all this clarity and I'm walking and all this, and things I've learned even more than what I've done in engineering and other places, more deeper connection with myself. Um, then I felt for a while I'm right. So 2 3 hours it just went past, and I was feeling with that comfort of I'm right. And bit later, then it again pondered, like it just kept like developing that communication in my head, and where I said, is it not possible he's right as well, or he's not? Why do I believe that he's wrong? So because he's working from moving stuffs from A to B, and he's been earning his money, and he thinks his life has been worth it and been useful, because for the contribution he's making to move the stuffs and possibly helping himself and his family with the money he's earning, and the society in his ways. So then I came to a conclusion, it's not, it's neither me or him is right or wrong. It's just different perspective, different time zones, different requirements, different purposes in life, different goals. So at that time when I was doing my business, I was crazy trying to accumulate and be busy and grow and all that aspect. So was I wrong then? No, because it's all part of the journey, and it's not meant to be this is the right thing. It was just we, because we also have one more problem. We have a lot of problem, but let me just share you one more problem. Like when you go to a shop, you wanted to go on a camping, and it was very clearly understood, like oh, I also observed for myself, like would you want the temperature maximum would go to say -2 degree or -3 degree is the maximum closer to Canberra. What type of tuna would you buy, like what you call the sleeping blanket? Would you go for the, if you can have all the money resources, would you go for the best, which is the lowest rated, which can go up to -20 degree? Something like that I did. And when I was in those certain situation, it felt very uncomfortable because it was hardly any air breathing happening and all. So we are tuned to maximize the opportunity. We maximize means to suck out the maximum out of that with one clear focus of one goal. We don't are finding it harder and harder with the education system, with the life experience, to see the whole perspective, the breadth of it. If that was the case, might be me and truck driver wouldn't have been so contradictory and so much in the gap. We would have seen the heads and the tail in that flow, and in that understanding that it's all part of life and both are required. Similarly, we didn't have any mature wise person to guide us both in that perspective, and so is our life. We go through those journeys alone with our own understanding, and all we have is the support of some colleagues and your partner, and very rarely you go into very deep discussions of how the good life should be packaged. There are definitely a lot of philosophical books and deeper understanding, and you might find a friend or two who have much deeper wisdom, but generally that is the case. So keep exploring. I just wanted to, like what Jesus said, I am here to create fight. So let that internal struggle, confusion all start boiling out, and then it will start to open up. I'll go help you go more deeper, clear it up. So those doubts, those confusion, those challenges, all that is very important, because that's kind of the first step of realization, and then we can always go more deeper into that and have more clarity. So that's it for today. All the best and enjoy the day, rest of the day. Thank you. Bye for now.